Welcome again to the Setco GTI channel. Please like and subscribe if you will. Today's video we're going to be going over two-plane balancing. This was a request by a couple of our viewers. We have done other videos in the past doing single plane balancing where we measure each side of a spindle, motor, pump, whatever, find the worst side, single plane balance that side, then the other. This is going to be the two-plane inboard feature of Vipro's BalancePro system, where I'm going to go step by step on each button press on a spindle to show you exactly how to two-plane balance. Okay, this is a perfect spindle to do a two-plane balance tutorial on. So backing into the app here, this is the button you want to press, which is two-plane inboard. And the spindle that we have here, I've already balanced. I'm going to go through every button press so that you don't have to watch and wait for the spindle to set up. First thing I did is I labeled A and B planes. So when I open this up, you're going to notice that everything's labeled with A and B planes, so that way we can match. I also made sure I was turning counterclockwise, which is the way it is turning. And I'm going to go through every button I pressed so that you can understand how important it is to get everything exact. The first thing I did is I went into settings. I made sure my plane A and plane B, from center to my adjustment screws were the correct diameter. I weighed my shaft, at least guessed, to 25 pounds, and I put my speed in. My correction weight radius and my trial weight radius are the same. So that's pretty much for setup. Counterclockwise, I made sure my tack signal was working properly, and then I commenced. The first run is exactly what it applies. It shows me I had 0.069 inches per second with a heavy spot of 47 degrees on plane A. And plane B, I had 1092 inches per second at 62 degrees. That's with not touching any trial weights. Then I went ahead and, of course, I labeled my tape and made sure it was on a 0 point, because it's going to ask in the second version here is to put whatever I weigh the weight at 0 degrees on both plane A, and then we're going to do two runs, or one run, moving the accelerometer of plane A to plane B and collecting that data at those points. So in other words, we're going to put a screw of 0.07 in that hole. We're going to run the spindle back up, and we're going to make sure this accelerometer is on plane B, and then we press the plane B button, and that will collect the data. And then I'm going to move that accelerometer to plane A, and I'm going to tap that button, making sure my spectrum is up at all times while I do that so that I can see the cursor on the peak, and giving it plenty of time to settle as well. Then I stop the spindle. I take the screw out of the trial weight, because it's a trial weight, out of plane 1 and put it in plane B at the 0 again, because as we trail down, this is what we did on the original plane with the screw on it. Well, now we're on plane B. So we're going to take that screw out, put the weight in again, and we're going to replace it at the 0 point on the second plane. Once we've done that, we run the spindle back up. We hit plane A with the accelerometer in plane A, and then we move it to plane B, and we hit the B button for collection, and that does everything. Then when it's done, I hit the calculator image there, and it populated 0.06 ounces at 273 degrees. I got real lucky. Got a hole right at 273 degrees there. So I was able to put a screw. Now, it's temporary because, it's sticking out. I've got to solve that, but that's okay. But I had a big problem in the back. At 0, I only have 6 holes on the back of this spindle. So it wanted me to put my weight at 346 degrees. Here's my 0 point. I do not have a hole at 346 degrees. So what I did is, and this is very important to do, is I hit my split button, and that told me, okay, I want you to put 0.06 at 360 degrees, which I know I have a hole because that's where I put my tape, and put 0.02 ounces at 300 degrees, which I told it it's got 6 holes, so there is a hole there. So I was able to put a little bit of weight and slip in a plastic screw there into that second, and you'll see the results I got were fantastic. I got a 0.002 inches per second at 289 degrees, and in the, actually, I had 0.007 in the rear. But in the front, I had a 0.0127, which was passing, but I wanted it better. So I hit this calculator again, and it said, add just a little bit of weight at this 180 degrees, which I did. I just smeared a little bit of clay, as you can see in that hole, and it came down to 0.0027, which is about 10 times below specification. So these are all the buttons to press. If you follow that and get stuck in either the front or the back where you do not have a hole, you must use the split feature to be able to know exactly where to split those weights so that you're putting the correct amount, or you won't get the same results that you're looking for, or the good results you're looking for. So any questions, you can reach out to us at www.gtispindle.com, or you can reach out to us on the phone at 603-669-5993.